ದೇವತೆ ದೇಹ ಸೇರಿದೆ ನಿನ್ನ ತನುವಿದುವಾಲಯ ನಂದಿ ಎನ್ನುವ ಪೂಜ್ಯ ದೇವತೆ ನಿನ್ನ ನೆಲೆ ಶಿವಾಲಯ.
All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're jumping into something really interesting, an advocacy document out of India. And this isn't just about farming. It's about reviving an ancient philosophy that, according to its supporters, holds the key to, well, pretty much everything. We're talking about the future of civilization. So let's kick things off with a big question, one that really gets to the core of what this is all about. What on earth connects an ancient bull to India's future? And no, this isn't just some riddle. It's a question that connects a super powerful, ancient symbol to a debate that's happening right now, a debate about farming, about culture, and about where we're all headed.
All right, let's get into it. You might think this is all about ancient history, but this story actually starts today. I mean, right now, on the streets. It's a modern-day protest, but it's fueled by a really, really old idea.
So the folks who believe in this philosophy, they're actually walking, get this, 560 kilometers. That's a massive foot march across the Indian state of Karnataka. And why are they doing this? They're trying to sound the alarm, to raise awareness about what they see as a total crisis. A crisis in farming, yeah, but also in public health, and, believe it or not, in the very fabric of their culture.
Okay, so what's the big idea they're marching for? What's this all about? Let's dig into the core philosophy here. The source calls it Nandi Tattva, which basically translates to the Nandi principle. Now, according to the source, Nandi Tattva isn't just a way to farm. No, it's way bigger than that. It's a whole worldview. The central idea is farming powered by bullocks, right? But they see this practice as absolutely crucial for preserving nature and this is the wild part, for making sure civilization itself continues to exist. And here's where it gets really interesting. The people pushing for this say it's not some fringe idea from the past. They argue it's actually foundational, connecting this farming principle directly to the most powerful symbols of the modern Indian state. That's a pretty bold claim, right? And they've got the receipts to back it up. I mean, look at this. You've got the Nandi seal from the ancient Indus Valley right there on the first page of India's constitution. Then you have a Nandi sculpture on top of the Sengal, the scepter, in the new parliament building. And of course, you see Nandi statues in temples all over the country. So their point is pretty clear. They're saying this isn't just some old farming tale. It's woven into the very fabric of India's law, its government, and its faith. So this philosophy has been around for a long, long time. The source traces it way back. It apparently had a golden age back in the 12th century, thanks to a social reformer named Basavana. But then things changed, and it went into a period of decline. Fast forward to today, and now you have a modern movement that's fighting to bring it all back.
Okay, so if this idea is so deep-rooted and foundational, what's the problem? What's threatening it? Well, the document points a finger at a powerful competing idea it calls Tela Tattva.
And this comparison is really the heart of the whole argument, so let's break it down. You've got two paths. On one side, there's Nandi Tattva. That's bullet-powered farming, which they say preserves the soil, protects biodiversity, and supports rural life. Then, on the other side, you have Tela Tattva, the oil principle. This is all about machine-powered agriculture, which they claim degrades the soil and basically hollows out rural economies. So the source is laying out a really stark choice here between two totally different futures.
And the impact of this oil principle? According to the text, it's been devastating. They claim that its rise has destroyed a staggering 80%, 80, of this traditional Nandi-based agriculture. And that's just in the last 20 years. That is an incredible number.
And it's not just the farming techniques that are vanishing. The document says there's a direct consequence to the land itself. It claims that 60% of the soil in Karnataka is now in an unnatural, degraded state because of the shift. That's a huge environmental claim.
You know, the source makes it really clear that these changes in farming don't just stay in the fields. They create this massive ripple effect. They link the decline of Nandi Tattva to everything from the food we eat being less nutritious, to rising physical and mental health issues, to losing biodiversity, and even to cultural traditions fading away. The point is, it's all connected.
All right, so that's the problem. It sounds pretty big, right? So what's the solution? Faced with all this, what does the document say we should do? What's the path forward? Well, their call to action is actually super clear.
And it's broken down into 3 steps. Step 1, enact laws. Get the government to create schemes and laws that actually support Nandi Tattva. Step 2, encourage the farmers. Give them direct support, give them incentives to use these traditional methods. And step 3, and this one is really important, integrate modern tech with the old ways.
And I just want to make this clear. This isn't about, just going back in time. Not at all. The source is all about using modern technology to make these traditional methods even better, to scale them up. A perfect example is using tech for what's called gobar gas, that's biogas from cow dung, to generate electricity. The goal is to create self-sufficient villages. So it's this really cool fusion of the ancient and the modern.
So when you boil it all down, the document frames this as something way, way bigger than just a choice about how we farm. It's presented as a really profound choice about the future of all of us, the future of humanity.
And the way they frame the stakes is, well, it's almost mythological. They say the path of Nandi Tattva increases what they call divine power. Think of it as a creative force. But the other path, the path of Taila Tattva, that increases demonic power, a destructive force. It's a really powerful, symbolic way of framing the choice we have to make, isn't it? And it all wraps up with this incredibly powerful warning. The quote says, "If we come together to prevent the destruction of nature, only then can Mother Nature prevent our destruction." Wow. I mean, that's a pretty stark reminder, isn't it? That in their view, our own survival is completely tied to how we treat the natural world. And then it ends with just one word: think. With that, the source just leaves it there. The final decision and all the responsibility that comes with it is left squarely on our shoulders.
ಕೋಟಿ ದೇವತೆ ದೇಹ ಸೇರಿದೆ ನಿನ್ನ ತನುವಿದುವಾಲಯ ನಂದಿ ಎನ್ನುವ ಪೂಜ್ಯ ದೇವತೆ ನಿನ್ನ ನೆಲೆ ಶಿವ